Alright, what's up? So today we're going to be doing a video on the top 5 meta fighters in UFC 4. This is obviously going to be based on the meta, as you know, which is kind of like pressure fighting, bottom guys, cardio, stuff like that. Having good chin to survive as many knockdowns as you can. So, first of all, we're going to go to Robert Whittaker, who is number 5 in the list. We're going to be doing this in order, so let's get into Robert. Of course, he has really good perks. He has like recover stuns from stuns and knockdowns quickly. So as soon as you get stunned, you're gonna be recovered, and even if you don't, you're gonna be able to survive the knockdown pretty easily. Which is obviously really good in this game because you can get killed with one knockdown. But if your fighter is literally based around not being killed with one knockdown, it's gonna be really good. And obviously fast hands, hooks and uppercuts, and far faster and more accurate with this game, with Robert Whittaker's, with the block breaker meta in this game, and the block being as weak as it is, and the stamina being as good as it is, that perk is going to be detrimental to anyone you're fighting, because you can just jab. Rob's haymaker is good enough as is, and then it's made more fast and accurate by that perk. And crazy legs, roundhouse and switch kicks are faster and more accurate. Of course, again, head kicks, and then combinations off and head kicks in this game, amazing. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I've done another one of these videos before, very lengthy. It turned out to be blocks more effectively when moving backwards or sideways. Another good one, So far he has recovering from stuns, knockdowns, the block breaking you covered, the head kicks are really good in this game. That's a perk he has. He has the block to improve his block, and then improve submission defense. Submission's not easy to get in this game anyways, but of course it's made even tougher by his perks. So let's get into some of his stats as well. I'm gonna just kind of go over mostly what makes him meta, which is obviously his punch power and punch speed, 95 and 93, really fast and then powerful, so he gets through the block quite easily, which is obviously what you want to do in this game. Pressure forward, jab, hook, jab, upcut, hook, the real meta combos and stuff like that. His accuracy great, which obviously going to hit the block as much as possible. And the tracking in this game is busted, so if you have good enough accuracy, he's going to track the head. His footwork is really nice as well, so you can get away from people that are trying to even track you or track you down. Switch stance, not very important. I've tested this before by myself. You go into practice mode, you see the damage it does with one punch, then you switch into the other stance and do the same punch, and the damage it does with an 80 switch stance fighter isn't much different. Takedown defense, obviously great for coming up against those pesky grapplers. Kick power, great as well. Here we go. Into bottom control, we're going to go to straight away. Good enough to defend against grapplers, like I had said before, Submission defense 95, and he's able to handle himself in the clinch, which is really important in this game as well, because you can come up against a lot of clinch spammers. So if you're able to block a couple times and then just strike back, it'll be of use. Like I said, don't want to spend too much time, but he has amazing cardio, so his it's all based around the block breaking meta in this game, which is like I was saying, the current meta, and these are why some of these fighters are going to be in this list where they are. Because look, he has 94 cardio, 90 chin, he has 92 body, 94 legs, and 98 recovery. So when he gets stunned, boom, he's back straight away, able to fight again. Obviously his wrestling get-up's level 5 star, should I say. So against grapplers, he's like, as you already know, Robert Whittaker, just such an anti-grappler, really good, and the best in the middleweight division in my honest opinion, since he'll be the only middleweight fighter in this. But next up we're gonna go to the featherweight division, and we're gonna go to the champion, Alexander Volkanovski. Obviously he is based around more, obviously he has the great grappling, and he has the great striking and block breaking, because of his power and speed, but we'll get into more of that here. He has Wrestling Clinic, which is obviously a wrestling based perk workhorse, which is based on a stamina on the ground, so you can get denied and still have good stamina. Actions consume less stamina while moving, so you can kind of move forward with the block breaks. I know I'm repeating block breaks a lot in this video, but obviously this is what it's kind of about, the block break and the good cardio, stuff like that, being able to break through the block and get the knockdown and hop on them, and having good enough ground and pound to finish them, actually, which we'll get into here as well. He has the same as Robert Whittaker, the fast hands and force of nature. Incoming damage is less effective when you have more health in the opponent, which you will with Volkanovski a lot of the time, because his health is amazing and his power as well. So whatever you're hitting them, it's probably doing double the power that it's doing to you, or double the damage. Here we go. He's kind of like the opposite, where Rob has 95 punch power and 93 punch speed. So obviously when he hits you, it's gonna crack, do a lot more damage, but it might be a little bit slower to get to the punch, so you want to make sure you're starting off your combos before your opponent does, because they may be able to beat you to the punch. But 93 power, not shabby at all. Or 93 punch speed, my apologies. 95 accuracy, so he's just going to track you wherever you go. Like I said, in this game, you can slip off to the side, it's going to track you. It's just the way it is. 91 blocking. Not the best, not the worst though. Obviously you want good block for this game, because the block is weak enough. You don't want to have a even weaker fighter. With 96 footwork, which is amazing, because you can just kind of float around the octagon wherever and you're in trouble. You know, not many people in this division have near a good footwork, and he's small, makes him seem faster, so you can just kind of escape and recover if needs be. 90 takedown defense. You won't even be taking. You probably won't even be defending many takedowns in this division unless you're against a fellow Volkanovski. Good kick power too, which obviously for the head kicks, like I was saying, you know, the late hook straight head kick is one of my favourite combos in this game, because the jab straight head kick, kind of predictable, everyone says it, everyone knows it, but it seems like when people, because a really good combo in this game is the late hook straight, so they might pull back because they're expecting the late hook straight and then another late hook, so you can follow through with a head kick, which will catch them leaning back. So you want good kick power for that. And here we go into the more grappling meta, kind of, you know, he has great takedowns, great top control, which can obviously be used for the side control, which is obviously another meta in this game, just holding people in side control and then proceeding to crucifix, and then, you know, trying to smash those elbows in, do the long term damage, and if you can, even getting at the knee on belly and getting the finish. He has 90 sub defense, which isn't actually amazing. I would have expected more, and 89 submissions, which obviously you don't really need in this game. It's a bit ground and pound and block breaking, because you don't, the submissions aren't great anyway, so it's not going to mean too much. 91 bottom control, so even if you find yourself on bottom of a fellow Volkanovski, it should be all good. He has good ground and pound with a 92, good clinch striking, you could say. Let me see, he has, this is where it's going to be very vital. He has 97 cardio, which means you can just go all day. You do not need to stop punching. You know, his stamina goes up quickly. His stamina doesn't go down by a lot either. He has just amazing cardio. His chin is 96. My apologies, just a bit of an interruption. His chin is 96, so he can take damage all day long and just keep coming forward, and that's what you want in this game. You know, his recovery is also amazing, 93. So when you do get rocked, when you do get knocked down, he's back on his feet straight away, or he's resuming fighting to the best of his ability. Lead leg kick. Leg kicks, this is the only unfortunate thing. He doesn't have many 5-star important things, because leg kicks aren't the best in this game. If you're good enough, you can utilise them very well, but they are tough, I might say. And that'll wrap up Volkanovski. But here we go. Might want to hurry this up, just because I don't want this to be an extra long video, you know, 20 minutes or whatever it could be. So let's get into the third one, which will be Tony Elkakui Ferguson. We'll start off straight away, as you know already. Alright, so here we go. My apologies again. Carved the wood. I'm not even going to go through the perks. You can read them there yourself. You can pause the video. Don't want to waste too much time on it, but you can go with Tony. Like I said, his cardio, as you already know, we'll get into them here, but everything is great. You know, his stand-up, he has 99 switch stance, so no matter if you feel, because I know a lot of people in this game, they feel more comfortable in one stance than the other, and you won't get any negative effect by switching into the opposite stance. Now let's go into his grappling, which is Tony's, you know, if you're picking Tony, you're picking him to grapple most likely. 96 sub defense, you'll never be subbed with a Tony. 94 sub offense. So even if you're looking to submit, you can do so. And 98 bottom control, which is just amazing. I mean, if you get put in your back by Khabib, he has the rubber guard, he has the side control from the bottom into full guard, which allows so lead into his rubber guard, which is amazing. So everything is kind of focused around his full guard, which is obviously very dangerous. He has the high level triangle choke, he has the rubber guard, he has the rubber guard flips. And great top control. He can do the fake over under into rubber guard, which is amazing. Or not into rubber guard, my apologies. He can do the fake double leg into over under, and then the over under into pull guard top mount, which is really good. He also has 98 chin. I mean, you can't get much better than 98 chin, can you? What, 99? There's going to be virtually no difference at all. Best chin in the game, I'm sure. 98 cardio, actually, my apologies, I'm reading that wrong, but again, you can just keep going all day, don't need to stop punching at all. He's a bit like Tony in real life then. He has 96 chin also. He also has 96 chin. Obviously, like I was saying, you can't get much better than 96 chin. You can just keep going all day with no problem. He has 87 leg kicks, which is the only problem as well, and not the best body health. So that's what you want to do against Tony Ferguson. I'm gonna obviously give you the counter as well. You just want to work his body. Rear body uppercut, lead body hook is a really good combo in this game. 97 recovery. He's a bit like everyone in this. He has great cardio, great chin, great recovery. As soon as you get rocked, boom, you're back to your feet, you're back fighting. And now we get to number 2. We're going to be getting into the top 2 fighters here, which I believe is going to be Cody No Love Garbrandt. I'm sure all of you have faced a Cody in this game. You already know how annoying he is. Now this is he's like the biggest block breaking fighter in this game, which is focused solely on the block breaking method, just destroying their head out, destroying the block. As you can see, his stats: 97 punch speed, 98 punch power, 93 accuracy, 96 head movement, 96 footwork, 94 switch stance, 93 takedown defense. I mean, you can't get much better for a boxer. That's all you need. He can just go all day, boom, boom. I'm going to tell you some combos that I like to use. What I like to use: the lead hook, rear uppercut, lead hook, rear uppercut, the jab straight, lead hook straight again. You know, all these are based around block breaking, destroying the block, like I'd said. I know I keep saying it, but you just need to get it into your head. This is how you want, if you want to win, this is how you play the game. You go on the front foot, you throw as many combos as possible. I know a lot of people don't like it, but there is a counter to it. Like I've tried to explain in my previous video about pressure, and you can just use your head movement and stuff and counter. It's a lot easier than some may realise, but hers is, obviously he's not made for grappling. You want him to box. He's like a little mini Chuck Liddell. You just sprawl and brawl with him. If you do get down to the ground though, he is able to handle himself pretty well, with his 93 sub defense and 92 ground strike. And if you find yourself up on top, 93 cardio, which is really good, self-explanatory. 87 chin. The downfall with Cody. That's the thing though as well. Hard to lose a trade when you have 98 power and 97 speed. So that's his only downfall. If you're in a Cody mirror, you want to be landing first, and if not, you're gonna be in a bad way. But he has great head movement with his block, so you want to utilize that. As grips, if you know him, or Pablo G, you may know him as. He has some of the best head movement with block with Cody. Level 5 hook, just jab hook all day with him. Jab uppercut hook, jab, just everything, man. Now of course that's a rear hook though. Boxing combinations, he can throw long combinations. Then he can throw the 4 pieces all day. And now we're gonna get into the number 1 meta fighter in this game. In my opinion, it's gonna be the notorious Conor McGregor. The McGregor. So here's some of my reasons why. I mean, his kicks are immense. His boxing, as you already know, just levels above everyone else in this game. His power, his speed. In this game, the stamina is broken anyways, so you can just go all night long. If you can work the body, take away their stamina. just everything about him. He has good enough takedown defense to keep it off the ground. And if you're choosing him and not Tony, you're probably facing a fellow striker. So, you know, anyone else, if you're facing a striker, a Gaethje, or anyone else in this game that isn't trying to take you down and you have Conor, it's GG's. They won't have a chance. He has out of the gates, strikes consume less stamina during 1 and 2, so you can put the pressure on early, and you can just go for the first 2 rounds, just full on. Work the body also, I recommend with Conor. The best thing to do with Conor is work the body, work the head, work the body, work the head, because they'll block low, you'll hit them high, and it'll kind of, you know, add up the damage. It'll multiply. If their stamina is lower and you're hitting them to the skull or even the body, when your stamina is lower, you receive more damage. Like, the damage is amplified, should I say. Straight Superman or spinning punches are faster and more accurate. So his straights, his jabs, you know, hooks and uppercut, same thing Whitaker has. His sway while standing still, moving forward evades more effectively. So his head movement's amazing. Keep your head off the centre line when you slip straight, pull back uppercut, pull back elbow is one of my favourite as well. Faster movement when advancing forward or sideways. So you're able to track down your opponent, you know, keep on top of him when he's trying to get away from you with his footwork. 98 punch speed. I don't want to keep repeating myself because I know this video might be a little bit repetitive, so we'll get it done with soon. But 98 punch speed, explanatory. 99 accuracy, tracks everything they do, no matter head movement. 95 head movement, boom boom, off the line. Footwork, he can float around the octagon and not be caught. And his kicks are quite deceiving. His kicks are very powerful. 90, obviously, you don't even want to look into his grappling too much. He has good enough sub-defense to not be submitted. Pretty good ground striking, which is shocking. This is the first time I've seen it. And 89 bottom control, so. But, of course, you want to be using him if you're coming up against a striker, mainly. You want to be using Tony if you're coming up against the likes of a Khabib or Volk. Or if you feel good, confident enough in your takedown defense ability, then 90 cardio, which is really good, honestly, for somebody like Conor who is known for gas now in real life. 94 chin and 94 recovery are his main things there as well. Great. Level 5 boxing combos like Cody. Then his Celtic Cross is really good for slip straights because you slip off to the side, the vulnerability rises. Level 5's cross with 90, I want to say 8 power. 97 power, should I say. It's going to be a clean knockout. Has reach over most of the division as well. I'm going to wrap this up here because it's 17 minutes long and I need to do something. I apologise for the length of the video, but I wanted to go through everyone and give you my reasons why. Like I said, this video is obviously going to be based around the block breaking meta and just block breaking in general. You know, obviously holding people inside control is another great meta. I was tempted to put Khabib in here for the reason being, but that's going to be me for now. I apologise for not releasing as many UFC streams as of lately, but I've been enjoying Outlast, and I'll be probably doing like an Amnesia stream and stuff on Halloween night if anyone's interested. But like I said, thank you for watching. If you've liked the video, a thumbs up I'd be very thankful if you like fuck yeah. Subscribe if you haven't already. That's gonna be me. Peace.